All right, let's talk about what makes a hero. Today, we're going to break down one of the greats, Annabeth Chase, by looking at her through the eyes of 4 different artists. It's going to be a deep dive into what makes her so unforgettable. So let's jump right in.
So what is it that really makes a character stick with you? I mean, is it just about being strong or super smart, or is it their flaws that draw us in? It's almost always a combination of all three, right? It's that perfect storm of qualities that makes them feel like a real person. And that's exactly the storm we're going to walk into today.
And here she is. Meet Annabeth Chase. Now, if you're already a fan, this picture probably feels like seeing an old friend. If you're new to her world, well, this is our starting point. It's such a friendly, kind of approachable sketch, right? It's the perfect first impression before we start to peel back the layers and find the absolute powerhouse of a warrior and a genius hiding in there. Okay, so to really get Annabeth, you've got to start at the beginning with her mom. See, she's the daughter of Athena, the Greek goddess of wisdom and warfare. And that's key. For Annabeth, her brain isn't just a tool she uses, it is her #1 weapon. And we're not just talking about being book smart here. Her mind is on a whole other level. Think about a chess grandmaster, always thinking 10 moves ahead. That's her tactical brain. But she also has this incredible architectural sense, so she can literally see the weak points, the flaws in anything, a building, a battle plan, even an opponent. But here's the thing, when you have a mind that powerful, there's always a catch. Her fatal flaw, the one thing that can bring her down, is hubris. It's that excessive, dangerous pride. The belief that she can fix anything, build anything, outthink anyone. And honestly, that's what makes her so interesting. It's not just your genius, but the constant battle against her own pride. All right, so we've talked about the brain power. Now let's talk about the face she shows the world. Because underneath that brilliant architect is a seriously fierce, kind of intimidating strategist who has seen and survived more battles than you can count. Okay, just look at this. What I love about this image is how much it says without a single word being spoken. You can see it all in her expression, can't you? That furrowed brow, the glare, the arms crossed. That is 100% Annabeth sizing up a threat. It's just pure, uncut intensity. That's the warrior you really, really don't want to mess with. And this is so cool because it shows you the 2 sides of that same strategic coin. On the left, you get that fiery, passionate intensity, right? But then on the right, in that profile shot, it's a completely different vibe. It's the calm, cool, calculating observer. She can be the roaring fire or the quiet hunter waiting in the shadows. And believe me, both are just as deadly. Let's zoom in on a really important detail here, that Yankees cap. Now, this isn't just any old baseball cap. In her universe, it's actually a magical gift from her mom, Athena, and it makes whoever wears it invisible. How cool is that? It's really the perfect symbol for her. It connects her to the regular mortal world, but it's also this incredible strategic tool that lets her watch and plan and move completely undetected. So we've seen the warrior. We've seen the genius. But now we're going to go a little deeper. We're going to look past the armor and try to find the heart of who she really is. And of course, that's not all she is. Think about it. The heroes that we remember, the ones that really stick with us, they're never just the unshakable ones. They're the ones carrying some heavy burdens, right? The ones who really feel the weight of their own power and have to live with the fallout of their choices. And this image, wow, it just captures that vulnerability so perfectly. The fierce warrior we just saw, she's gone. And in her place is this young woman who looks like she has the entire weight of the world on her shoulders. That expression is so worried, so thoughtful. And see how her arm is wrapped around herself? That's not a power pose anymore. That's for comfort. This is the Annabeth who has to carry the consequences of every single plan, every single choice. Now, let's go back to that first image for a second, because if you look really close, you'll spot something absolutely vital. See that beaded necklace? That's not just for looks. Every single bead on there stands for a year she survived at Camp Half-Blood, her training ground. Each one is a story of a struggle, a loss, a victory. It's basically her entire life story worn right there for everyone to see. And this quote, this just sums up her entire philosophy, doesn't it? Even strength has to bow to wisdom sometimes. That's the lesson she has to learn over and over again. Her real power was never about being the strongest fighter in the room. It's always been about being the smartest and knowing exactly how and when to use that incredible mind. Okay, so we've got all these different pieces of the puzzle. How do they all fit together to make one person? Well, her true strength, her real power, comes from putting all those parts together. She's the strategist and the friend, the warrior and the builder. This chart really lays it all out side by side. You have the strategist with that calculating mind that can spot a flaw from a mile away. But then you have the friend who uses that mind with a fiercely loyal heart to protect the people she cares about. She was absolutely built for battle, no question. But what does she dream about? Building a new, better world. That's the core of who she is, that powerful duality. So, at the end of the day, why do we still love this character so much? It's got to be this amazing mix, right? You've got this absolutely fierce intellect, but it's matched with this unshakable loyalty. And all of that incredible strength is grounded by a vulnerability that makes her feel real. But I think more than anything, it's that drive she has, that constant, relentless will to build something better, something that will actually last. Because when you boil it all down, Annabeth's greatest power isn't her knife, it's not even her invisibility cap. Her greatest power is a blueprint. It's the ability to look at the world, see what's broken, and then actually draw up a plan to build something better. And that kind of leaves you wondering, doesn't it? What blueprints are we drawing up in our own lives?